Let's start the show. Chappelle Show.
Come on.
Chappelle Show. I had a little bit of a lie.
Dude, so we were talking about the like Tinder Bumble bios. I gave Raph the best line ever. We need to get him in so we can fix his, but I wrote, I think I might have told you guys before,
you told me.
Right?
Yeah, not on air, but you told me.
It was EMT by day, Batman by night.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
Did
clever.
you spell night with a K?
No, I just wrote night like just nighttime.
Missed opportunity, bro.
I mean, he can change it. We'll have him on and we'll take over his profile. Yeah,
we'll get him a date.
He's back on that shit.
Well, we'll have to chaperone his date.
Dude,
we'll just record it from far
put a little
away.
earpiece in him.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Fucking coach him. Oh, tell her she looks nice.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, what's up? It's some motherfucking Clear Frame boys.
Man, we back.
It's motherfucking Shark Week, boy.
It's Shark Week?
I think so. Or it's ending.
Damn.
And if you have Discovery, watch that shit. So, in other news, fucking Porky's not here because he has monkeypox.
Dude, my boy has monkeypox, man. I swear he's got like some shit coming out of his ass. Like, dude, he needs a third circumcision, man. It's bad.
There's nothing left to cut off. Do you know anything about monkeypox though? Like, what have you heard?
So the only thing that I know is they get like sores all over their body and they turn into like blisters and whatnot.
It's like a rash, like a really bad rash.
But I've seen like they turn into like really bad sores, almost like a bed sore type of thing from what I've seen.
Like a flesh-eating disease?
That's what it looks like to me.
I don't know.
I don't know if you want to pull up a monkeypox picture, Pablo, but I mean, other than that, I do not know anything about it. I've heard that like some people are getting it. There's cases out here. I don't know. I haven't actually seen it in person. I haven't done my research on it, which I probably should.
Well, apparently nobody knows, really. Like, there's people that go to, like, doctors and stuff like that, and they're like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like,
you know what it is?
Call the CDC.
You know what it is? It's the government creating a new thing to shut us down again.
For another couple months or another couple years.
I'm just kidding. I'm just making this shit up. But hey.
No, but one big reason why it's been in the news lately is because I guess there is a vaccine for it. But this is what the eligibility is. People who meet all of the following criteria are eligible to be vaccinated. This is why people are getting hot. You either have to be gay, bisexual, or other man who has had sex with men and or are transgender, gender nonconforming, or gender non-binary. Are age 18 or older and have had multiple or anonymous sex partners in the last 14 days. At this time, vaccination is not recommended for people who have had a monkeypox infection. If you have had monkeypox, you are currently not eligible to be vaccinated.
I'm not pulling that up.
So is this like you have to meet all criteria or just one?
All of it apparently to get the vac. No, yeah. I don't know.
So is this like an AIDS thing going on where?
No.
Then why is that the criteria?
I don't know. I think they were like trying to say that that's what was causing it or whatever, but it's not.
It's not, right?
Yeah,
like
it's apparently it's skin to skin like contact. They were saying like if you buy clothes, like make sure you wash it because you get it from somebody trying it on and then like putting it back or whatever.
That's scary because to be honest, I never wash new clothes.
I never wash new clothes either because you figure it's new.
Yeah. But it makes sense because people do try that shit on and they put it back on the rack right away.
Yeah. I tried on new underwear the other day and I put it back because it was too small.
I did the same thing and I left a little. I left my IBS and shit. I left a little stain on it. I didn't tell. I was so embarrassed. I didn't tell the lady. I just put them back.
You left some tread marks.
Yeah. I feel bad for the next person.
Then get some monkeypox on their ass.
Yo, what if Porky bought those underwear? Oh shit.
Shoot.
We can't transfer it through cousins.
That's right. That's illegal.
We're here spreading false misinformation and shit.
Well, this is how we get flagged for spreading this false information.
Yeah. But, yeah. Question?
Yeah, let's do a question, Pablo.
He wasn't ready for that one.
It's all right. It's all right.
He's still traumatized by that. Honestly, no,
Bro.
pull up the picture. Pull it up. We have to. We have to.
You don't have to look at it. Just pull it up.
I already looked at it.
Well, then why are you complaining?
What? You got a point there.
I know he's like, I don't want to see it again. Unless if you haven't already seen it, he's gonna dream about it.
Yo, do we want to do this to our viewers though?
We're giving information here, man. We're giving.
We're spreading awareness.
We're spreading monkeypox
awareness.
All right.
There could be somebody at home that has this and doesn't know what it is.
I know they think it's just like a rash or something.
a bug bite or some shit.
This is us just trying to fill the air while Pablo figures out how to pull it up.
Whoa! That ain't monkeypox.
That's not monkeypox.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
gotta be
is.
something
No, it's
else.
not. That's not what I saw.
That's not what I saw.
That's what I'm
either.
saying. Like, there's different things, but this is the one that shows up the most.
This is probably a step of monkeypox, but
Nah,
what
this
I've
is
seen,
something
they're
that
all
somebody saw.
they're all open source. What I've seen.
well, that
probably
opens
pops.
up at some
Yeah.
point.
Oh,
The pressure. Pressure's always on.
Oh, that's pretty gross. I'm gonna take
Sheesh.
that off the screen.
Somebody call Dr. Pimple Popper.
Hey man, but it's life. Like that happens. You know, we can't shame people with monkeypox.
I'm not trying to shame them.
You
I
know?
just
We're
don't
gonna
want to
die,
see it.
bro. We're gonna die. The world is ending.
Eventually, something's gonna hit, right? Like, oh man,
I avoided COVID.
Why are we in the age of fucking diseases hitting us now? I know diseases have always been around, but like, I feel like we went from COVID to monkeypox. Like, what the fuck is next, man? They're really trying to get a plague to hit and like fucking end a third of the fucking
They're like,
population,
damn, COVID
man.
didn't stick. Well, let's get some.
All right, pull up a question for us. Let's fucking go.
All right, let's do this one. Sent in by Carlos.
Carlos always be asking the fuck, what is your favorite? Blah blah blah.
Hey
It's
man,
like,
don't complain, bro.
You've seen this podcast so many times. You know I don't have a favorite anything.
He said, "What top 5 favorite actors?" I'm bad with names,
Same.
like real bad,
Same.
and then especially like being put on the spot.
You
Like,
like Ronald McDonald.
Huh?
A lot of Ronald McDonald. You like his movies a lot.
The McDonald's guy. Let's just do top 5.
Christian Bale is a good actor.
Christian Bale is a good actor.
I like his movies.
The Machinist was dope.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Machinist? Oh, that's a good.
That's the one where he lost like a bunch of weight.
Yeah,
though,
he's so fucking.
he
skinny.
has where he can't sleep, right?
Yeah, Insomnia.
Yeah. Insomnia, yeah.
Yeah, and he's going crazy. What was the other one? American Psycho. That's
American
a good
Psycho's
one that
a
he's
good
in.
one.
And of course, Batman: The Dark Knight.
He's in that other boxing movie too. I think he plays like the
Black Knight or
coach.
Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Black Knight is Martin Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Or was that Heath Ledger? Was it Heath Ledger? Was in a White Knight?
I don't know.
That sounds
I don't
that
fucking know.
sounds racist.
Hey, Heath Ledger's another good actor though.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, he's
that.
a good actor.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And they were in fucking Batman together. Like,
Yeah.
still the dopest Batman movie ever.
Uh,
The new one is sick, but this one is just like those two actors together was just fucking incredible.
that's true.
But I mean, otherwise,
Did you like the third one?
Which one is that? The one with Bane?
Yeah.
It was good.
Ah,
It
you
was
think
good.
Darkness is your ally.
I like him too. What's his name? He's Venom.
Yeah. And you
Tom
like,
Hardy.
You like Venom, so that
Tom
makes-
Hardy's
that
a good
makes
actor.
sense.
Actually, you know what? Shia LaBeouf is one of my favorite actors too.
But he got canceled.
Did he?
Yeah.
For what?
He like beat his girlfriend or some shit.
No shit. I didn't know that. I liked.
I also heard that last movie he did, like the one where he plays like a cholo, was
The
like, pretty
tax
bad.
collector?
Yeah, I heard it was pretty bad.
I thought it was actually good,
Really?
but I get it. Like, I like bad movies, and I get it why people hated on it.
It
Um,
was. I don't even think like it was like his movie. It was like from his like acting like school thing that he did, and he just starred in it to like help it get out there. So
But
I don't think it was like his.
You know what it
script
is though?
originally.
He's a very big, like, I think they call it method acting, where
Yeah.
they just turn into the role, and that's probably not good on him. I don't know. Like, this fool got a full on chest piece for this shit.
back piece.
No, it was a chest
a
piece.
chest
It was
piece?
full on body piece on like the front of his
Yeah,
body.
he got like his dad and his mom or something.
Yeah, it's a cool piece, which I'm sure means a lot to him. But like, it was
At
a
least it
trip.
wasn't. It was. I don't think it was just for the movie, but he was. Like,
I know,
"Fuck
I
it,
know.
I'm gonna get blasted. Might as
Yeah.
well get something I want. You know.
And then he's in another movie I really like. If you haven't seen it, I
Indiana Jones.
highly
and
recommend
that
it.
Crystal Skull.
No, Charlie Countryman.
I've never seen it.
Dude, it's another one that gets a lot of hate, but I thought it was really fucking good, man.
Why'd you get hate? I've actually heard it be praised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've read bad reviews on it.
I'll watch it because I'm currently in a I want to watch like bad movies
Uh-huh.
and see how.
Watch it. It's on. It might be on Prime, I think. One of my favorites.
There's
hands
a movie
down.
that came out during COVID that has Terry Crews in it. You know Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He has him in it, and he's like a big name, especially because he's done like some shit with like Kevin Hart, I believe. And it was called John Henry or something like that. And it's based like on an old like legend, like a tall tale from like back in the day, and they just modernized it. Like he was like in like some gang shit, and like he's just a dude that like beats everybody up with like like a hammer. And Ludacris is even in it too.
Oh, Ludacris is a dope actor.
Ludacris plays the
actually.
villain. That movie literally has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes to this day. It came out 2020. So
You like it?
In the middle, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it because I want to see how bad it actually is. I've read reviews on it.
Come back to us.
I'll let you know.
Another good actor, Tom Hanks. He's a fucking classic actor.
Funny guy. Everything he says is Stitch.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's good. But
He's really good.
is he method? Or is there a method to his madness?
There's a method to his madness. I don't think he's a method actor. I think the biggest method actor there is either Jared Leto or what's his name? Fucking Will Ferrell.
Jared Leto ain't good.
I couldn't tell you any other movies other than Suicide Squad.
He's
And the
in,
thing is, like,
he's
his
in another
Joker,
movie.
his Joker is his Joker, but he, like, if you put all the Jokers, he's gonna be the last one. And he took that role serious. That's what's scary. He took it real serious, you know? Like, he would fuck with the cast and shit to the point where, like, they wouldn't want to be around him. And
did they ever release, like, a cut with all his Joker stuff? Because apparently there's so much more Joker stuff to it.
I don't know.
I heard
really don't
there's
know.
also Joker stuff in the Justice League, the 4-hour cut.
Mm-hmm.
You watched it, didn't you?
I didn't watch the.
Oh, you
4-hour
didn't?
cut.
Oh, I
No.
thought you did.
No.
Yeah, I ain't gonna watch that shit.
That's a long
4
movie.
hours,
Yeah.
bro.
That's a little too
I
long.
got better shit to do with my fucking time.
For real though.
I didn't even like the first cut. I'm gonna sit there and watch another 4-hour cut of it. Like, nah, I'm good, bro. You had your chance. You had one chance to get it right.
What director made that 4-hour cut?
It was a guy who I think was Scott Snyder. Yeah, it's a Snyder cut, I think. He was the one that was supposed to originally do it, but then his son like committed suicide.
Right.
So he like bowed down and somebody else like did it. But he had already filmed everything. So that cut is like someone else's cut of his already footage and footage that they added to it.
Right.
So, yeah.
But apparently his cut was like.
Have you watched the Justice League?
Just the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very.
I thought the first one was okay. I mean, whatever. They need a new Flash.
Yeah.
That guy's off the rails. I think we talked about that
did talk
before.
about him.
We talked like briefly because when we recorded our last episode,
Not everything had released.
it was
right?
just the first announcement.
Yeah.
And then like literally right after recording, a couple hours later, they announced everything fucking MCU. So
it was Comic Con weekend.
right. So I'll just read through everything and then we can break everything down. So the end of Phase 4 for the MCU is going to be She-Hulk, the series.
That comes out this year, right?
Yeah,
So does
yeah.
Wakanda
Well, yeah.
Forever,
So
dude. Wakanda Forever
so
comes out in
She-Hulk
November.
is coming out next, and then after that, it's going to be Wakanda Forever, which is the last movie in Phase 4. And then Phase 5 is going to start with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, which actually is going to be fucking good. Like,
I hate that fucking name, bro. I hate it so much.
well, that's going to start the whole Kang thing, and we'll get into that later
Yeah.
too. But that's the start of Kang. I mean, Loki kind of like was very minor on Kang, but this movie I think is going to bring out a lot of like the start of the Kang.
No, actually, like if you know comic stuff, Loki was big.
But in the show, in his show, he came out on, but he wasn't like, I don't think he was.
There was a lot of stuff going on in the background. And
Oh,
we were just
okay.
like, like this is like
Just went
some
over
Kang
my head.
shit, Yeah.
After that, it's gonna be a show called Secret Invasion, which I didn't look up, so I don't know anything about it. But it's gonna be a Disney series.
It was a comic event.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then, which I'm really excited for this, Guardians Volume 3. You know, Guardians is like one of my favorites. And then the villain on that's gonna be Adam Warlock.
The dude, yeah, and he's played by that one dude from We're the Millers, that kid.
Yeah.
with the eyebrows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm actually, so I was like reading in or looking into Adam Warlock, and dude, he's fucking dope. He's a crazy ass villain. He was created like by the group of scientists. They engineered the perfect human specimen, and this guy has beat Thanos multiple times. Like him and Thanos fucking destroyed like a certain universe, and they were the only ones left to where like I think they include like God or like some kind of God in the comics. And God basically had to like recreate the universe because of these fucks. And dude, he's just fucking, he's crazy. So I'm hoping that Warlock, it's going to be like, he might be part of the Thunderbolts, right?
No.
Warlock, Kang, Doctor Doom, which we'll talk about also. You don't think he will?
No, the Thunderbolts?
Aren't they the villains?
No.
What am I thinking
Yeah,
of?
they are, but it's like Red Hulk. It's like B-listers. It's almost like the Suicide Squad of
You don't think they'll go all out?
No.
I don't know. Maybe
they're not on a galactic level like that. They're like
maybe
Earth
Secret
is
Wars.
threat.
Maybe Secret Wars.
Secret Wars for sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Doctor Doom.
So after Guardians, it's gonna be Echo, another series I know nothing about.
It's the girl from the Hawkeye show, the deaf girl.
Oh. I don't know what the sound was. I was gonna say, oh, okay. But I started thinking at the same time. Yeah, she's cool. I like the Hawkeye show, actually. The Marvels, which is the sequel to Captain Marvel 2.
That makes no sense, but yeah.
Loki Season 2, that should be good. Blade, to be honest, I never got into the Blade series.
The original movies are actually really good. The Wesley Snipes ones. Well, the first two. The third one with Ryan Gosling is kind of trash, but whatever.
Well, there's a MCU Blade now.
Marshala Ali. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Marshala Ali. That's how you pronounce his name. Very good actor, dude. Like when they casted him as Blade, I'm like, dude, like fuck yeah. I think Idris would have done a good job as well. But if I can't have him, Marshala Ali's a good one.
All right. I'm excited to actually check it out. And then another series, Ironheart.
Yeah.
What's that one? I didn't look into any of these series.
Ironheart, because Iron Man dies in the comic books, and
is Ironheart from Wakanda?
Well, I think that's how they're gonna introduce her, because she's in Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. And then Agatha, Covet of Chaos. That should be good. No, but you're not. I thought you liked WandaVision.
I did, but I don't need a fucking sideshow about the fucking villain. Like, I don't care.
Oh, I'm actually excited for that. I like that actress.
She's a good actress.
She was in Step Brothers, and she was fucking hilarious in Step Brothers.
Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, that too. I don't know. She's funny.
She's funny, but I didn't need it.
I'm excited for it. Daredevil Born Again. 18 episodes, dude.
bro. And you know they're going to be fucking... Well, they might be 30 minutes, but even then, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Dude. That's a lot of fucking...
And you know what? They're not going to drop them all at once. You know they're going on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's almost 18. How many? 56 weeks in a year? That's half.
It's 4 months or like 4.5 months.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And they're probably going to take a break.
Did you watch the original Netflix one?
I saw the first season. I liked it. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't find the time to finish my binge. I don't know what I was doing at the time.
I barely finished the third season, maybe like last year, and it was definitely worth it. Yeah.
The best part is Charlie Cox, and then Fisk is coming back as well, and I really like Fisk. Fisk was actually in Hawkeye, and he was fucking dope in that too.
I don't like him in Hawkeye.
What? Dude, he was good.
I don't know. Like what bugged me was his shirt that he wore at the end.
Of all things.
I'm nitpicky. It just bugged me, bro. Like he was supposed in a Hawaiian shirt and shit. Like, I don't know.
Low key, that kind of did bug me because he should be in a white suit, right?
Well, he wasn't a white suit, but he was just wearing a fucking Hawaiian.
It's very
shirt,
Cuban, very Cuban of him.
Yeah.
And then Thunderbolts, which you say is going to be B-list villains.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's the one that also has
Winter Soldier actually led the team at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. It's never been like Kang. It's never been like big old cosmic heavy hitters. Because Kang, they're doing the Kang Dynasty. The Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a...
So Phase 6
like
actually...
Thanos. That's just like if they got Thanos on the team or something like that. Like, that ain't going to happen.
Well, Phase 6 is going to start off with Fantastic Four, which is nuts.
Yep.
You think they're going to bring back...
From what I heard, no.
No? What's his name?
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Yeah.
He was a one-time deal?
I actually wanted him to come back. Like, that's how much I actually liked him playing it. But from what I've heard, no, it's a completely like recast.
Interesting.
They just did that for Doctor Strange.
Okay. And then the Avengers announced too, the Kang Dynasty. And like we said, he was introduced in Loki. He's it's speculation. I think actually announced in Comic Con that he's going to be in Ant-Man and Wasp. That's where he's going to be introduced.
Loki?
No, Kang.
Oh, yeah. He's in the poster.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they just released a new poster, so it looks like it's going to be the Wasp, Ant-Man, and Scott Lang's daughter. And in the background, you see Kang.
Yeah, and then it's going to tie into Fantastic Four. It has to tie into Fantastic Four because, like, that's where basically where he gets his start is, like, around the Fantastic Four comics.
Kang?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have... No, actually, I don't have the first appearance of Kang, but yeah.
And then Avengers Secret Wars, which is going to be fucking wild.
That's been in the works ever since Captain Marvel.
Oh, really?
The Secret Invasion it has to do with this is why all right, so this is why fucking fans were like comic book fans were mad about Captain Marvel, because in Captain Marvel they made the Skrulls good. In the comics, the Skrulls are fucking evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're shape-shifting bad guys that like come to Earth and like they end up like switching places with all the fucking superheroes.
Right.
Yeah, so that's been going on already. So my guess is at some point they're gonna turn. And like they're already invading, like, oh hey, we're the good guys or whatever. But that's why people were so mad when Captain Marvel, because they made them good guys. They made them like refugees.
Makes sense. So let's talk fucking Wakanda Forever, man.
Dude, that trailer hit, bro.
Dude,
that trailer was so fucking
the
good.
song was perfect, like fucking perfect, and then it drops into the Kendrick verse. Oh man, it was so good. But yeah, it was a sad trailer, and
No explanation so far as to what they're gonna do with or how they're gonna explain why he's gone.
no explanation. But he is gone. Like they're all wearing all white. They're his sister's carrying his helmet. But dude, it's gonna be very fucking sad. It's probably gonna be the saddest fucking Marvel movie. Like Stark dying was kind of sad, and then Spider-Man started with like like a little. Was it a funeral? Yeah, they did a funeral for Stark. It might have been the end of the movie.
It might have been it's the end of the first one.
Yeah.
Oh no, the second one. That's the end of Endgame.
Yeah, it was the end, huh? And then Spider-Man starts with like I don't know if he had a shrine or there was a shrine for Stark or whatever. But it just didn't feel sad, right? This one's gonna hit. But this one is because
this one was unexpected, and it happened in real life.
And it's because we know Chadwick Boseman is dead. Like he's gone, unfortunately.
He did such a good job in the first movie. Like it was just like.
Well, let's talk about him. So he had cancer, right? And he hid it from everyone. I don't even know if people knew or
his family, and I think Marvel knew.
Okay.
Yeah, or Disney.
Right.
Whatever you want to call it.
Damn. And he didn't film anything, I don't think, huh?
Nah, for the new one, no, dude. They took a fucking like 4-year break.
Well, COVID didn't fucking help.
But they were already like it wasn't slated to like they were like, oh, it's gonna get a sequel, and they're like sometime in like 2023.
Damn. Well, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Who's gonna be the new fucking T'Challa or the new Black Panther?
I think his sister, because in the comics she plays him.
You think Shuri?
Mm-hmm.
I think Killmonger. I think Killmonger's not dead. I think they busted a Winter Soldier on him. I think they fucking froze him because they don't show him like dying, right?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They
on the cliffside when he's watching the sunset.
They froze him, dude. They froze him.
I could see them finding a way to bring him back to life.
I think that's gonna be it. I think they're teasing Shuri. They want everyone to think it's gonna be Shuri, but I don't think it's gonna be Shuri.
I've heard rumors that's gonna be his girl.
Who's this girl?
Lupita Nyong'o.
I don't know.
Well, that's the name of the actress, but you don't remember his girl, like the girl that he
the bald one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the fucking
Michonne.
No, that's the security guard. His
girl. I don't know who his girl is, man.
When was the last time you watched a fucking movie?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Go back and watch it. His girl, bro.
All right.
A lot of people think it's gonna be her.
I'm still sticking by Killmonger. Plus, in the comics, I think they eventually Killmonger turns into Black Panther, in one of the books.
I don't think so.
But dude, fucking Tenoch Huerta. That's gonna be Tenoch Huerta.
What the fuck is that?
Namor.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah.
I heard he had a real Mayan name. I'm just glad to have some fucking brown representation.
That's what
in
I'm
the fucking
saying,
movies,
dude.
Finally.
He's super proud of being a Mexican or a Hispanic actor.
Well, apparently him and his whole, like, all his siblings have, like, super, like, Mayan-ass names and shit.
Well, Tenoch is short for Tenochtitlan, which was, I think it was some kind of warrior, Aztec warrior, I want to say. But dude, he was like during Comic Con, he was saying like, he grew up in the hood and in Mexico City, like, he's praising like people that crossed the border illegally and they made a name for themselves, for their families, like gave their families opportunities and shit like that. And I fucking respect that. And
he also seems like very like happy to like be given this opportunity.
Yeah,
and he like still seems like very like humble about it.
And he's saying like I hope you guys understand my character, like. They're gonna make you want to hate me, but I hope you understand the situation he's in, and I got something to say about that right now. But so we'll talk a little bit about who he's playing, which is Namor. He's a Submariner. He is he's basically the king of Atlantis, right? The ruler of Atlantis.
Which they've been teasing for a while.
How?
It's in like I think Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
There's a map in the back. They actually teased Wakanda in that movie because there's a map in the background, and then like there's a little little site on like there's a bunch of like sites all over like the country or whatever, or all over the world on a map, and then there's a little thing on Africa, which I'm guessing was Wakanda, and another one in the middle of the ocean off of Africa, which is Atlantis.
Okay. And let's see.
And in Endgame, when they're in the 5 years in the future already, and they're like discussing, like, you remember like Nat is in charge of, or Black Widow's in charge of everything. She's like, oh, blah blah blah, like what's going on with this? Like they actually mentioned they're like there's earthquakes off the coast of Africa.
Yeah, that I do remember. I actually saw.
So they actually teased Namor.
Yeah, and he's actually one of the, or he might be the original, like, or the first Marvel character, like superhero. Yeah. I know he's an anti-hero or sometimes even a villain.
He didn't start off like when they first created the character, he was like fighting like fucking Nazi subs and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't his first one, but that was one of the first ones. The first ones he was just Namor, but then he did the whole run with Captain America and I forget who else, where they fight the Nazis.
Human Torch, but it wasn't Fantastic Four Human Torch.
Yeah.
Human Torch.
That's right. He's also the first mutant.
That was later. Because what happened is that he's been a character that never really hit. Like nobody ever actually really cares about him. But to this day, people have never really given a fuck about him.
Right.
And at one point, like Marvel was like, "Hey, dude, like pay attention to Namor. Like he's the first mutant.
Yeah.
Like, blah blah blah." But like they were just trying to get anything to stick. But later on, he becomes part of like the Illuminati. His and, like, other shit,
his is different. Well, they wanted to introduce him in Doctor Strange, and they're like, "Nah, let's just wait."
Well, because they already had plans for him, I'm sure.
But his is different because I think his mom was human, right, or Atlantean, maybe not. I don't know. She was a mutant, and then the dad was mutant, and then he was born with like fucking wings on his ankles, and
that fool flies.
He's flies.
Not like Aquaman.
I'm kind of interested to see how he came before Aquaman too. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, but he was like 2 or 3 years before Aquaman became a thing.
But Aquaman never hit either. He's always been a joke.
Right.
So it's just like
I'm interested to see how he flies. Like I hope
I don't think they're gonna do it.
No?
No, I think they're just gonna leave.
Do you think they're actually attached to his ankles, or you think they're gonna be like part of his whole outfit? Because it looks like they're attached to like the like.
Did he have him in the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
He's got like the chanclas with the like not like even like half the shin pad. Yeah, with the half the shin pad looking thing, and it looks like the wings might be connected to that.
Probably. It's probably just an aesthetic thing. I doubt he actually flies. Right. But he's actually he's become in later years he's become an anti-hero, and he's actually kind of cool because like this fool like he just cares, kind of like how like people are nowadays, like he just cares about his people.
That's what
like,
it is.
He's like fuck humans, like I don't give a fuck about.
So he doesn't want to be a villain. No. He just wants to protect his people, his earth. Like he wants to protect it.
Well, I think he sees humans are like polluting the ocean. They don't give a fuck about anything. So he's like, I'm gonna protect my own. Type of
and
shit.
Then the best part is that fucking Atlantis is being reimagined into like a Mesoamerican kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's fucking beautiful. I love Aztec shit. Like I love all that. Yeah, man, fucking Hispanic culture finally. And the best thing is that it's in fucking like Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I remember how proud like African Americans were when Black Panther came out, and now like we're mixing it with fucking Mexican, Aztec, South American culture. Like it's gonna be fucking good.
But see, I don't know if you've noticed this either, because they haven't really like like in the trailer like been like, oh, he's a villain.
That's where I'm getting.
It almost looks like a team up or something. Like that.
So here's what I think. I think Doctor Doom is getting fucking introduced.
That'd be cool.
Because Doctor Doom. So there was something I saw that Doctor Doom is basically, there's a book about it too, where he goes to Wakanda looking for fucking Vibranium, right? Because he's one of the richest villains too.
Yeah.
And he's looking for Vibranium, and in the comic, he sends an army of people like to go get it. And then in the trailer, there was like a suited army of people like in Wakanda that you just don't know who the fuck they are. And I think they're actually
probably Doom bots.
Yeah, I think they're sent by Doom. And he's manipulating fucking Namor to help him when in reality, like, he's probably eventually going to team up with them, try to take down Doom.
It checks out because literally all those characters are very important to the Fantastic Four, like comics and culture. So they all at one point, like, you know, kind of like have something to do with each other.
So and then Kang also has a huge connection with Doctor Doom, and then of course, like you said, Fantastic Four. So it's all gonna fucking tie in. it's not gonna tie in until like 2026. You know,
which is crazy to me because like, well, obviously what happened was like Marvel sold the movie rights to Fantastic Four, but it's like the Fantastic Four are the ones that started the whole Marvel universe.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're not like part of the whole like MCU. It starts at fucking Iron Man. I'm excited, dude.
It was crazy because nobody cared about Iron Man.
But also like the amount of movies that they pumped out from Iron Man until right now is sped up. I think it was
Do you
like
think there's an overload now
no
of content? No.
Well,
People are saying there is. Like the Marvel VFX, like.
Well, think about it. If they didn't have
about
Disney Plus, there wouldn't be this much shit coming out. Because now they're tying in the shows with the movies. As to before, it was just movies, right? Where eventually they start tying in together, and then they introduce the Avengers, and they tie in together even more. But now you have the movies and the shows in between. Overload maybe, but dude, they're pumping out like double the stuff in a shorter amount of time. It's fucking crazy.
Well, it's just they're filming multiple things at the same time. So they have it ready, and like this is gonna come out in this day, so they have it ready.
Yeah.
The thing is like, but we're getting it all within the span of a year, so it feels like
well,
a
fucking
lot of shit,
supposedly both Avenger movies are coming out like months apart.
Yeah, that don't make no sense to me, but like
you're
gonna have two Avenger events happen back to back.
I'm excited. I'd rather that than fucking wait because it's gonna end in a fucking major cliffhanger. It has to. Like I mean, Infinity War did. You know?
Yeah.
Also, can they top the Infinity War cliffhanger? Is that possible? That shit left people in tears and in shock.
Not me.
Well, you're like you actually knew the comics. Like all this, I literally had to do my research because I don't read comics.
Yeah.
And I had to like look everything up. And
well, the only reason why you know anything that's going on now is because you watch the movies. This is stuff that's like slated ahead of time.
But all this stuff I don't know about, like about fucking Kang and fucking the Atlantis, dude. Like I literally had to do my fucking research. And the only reason why I got into fucking Wakanda Forever.
Damn, dude, you were doing a deep dive today.
No, it wasn't even today. Like
was it?
Since I saw the trailer, I got super excited with Namor because I mean, dude, he's it's part of the fucking culture, and it's like I went
like
in
obviously. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like I don't think they're gonna kill him off.
No way.
Yeah, like they did like Killmonger and stuff like that, or like they do every other fucking villain.
You know what's interesting though? It's like most shows or movies and stuff. They wait for a response from the audience, right? And they're like, you know what? Like, we got to rewrite some things. We got to take it in a different direction because they responded well to this person.
Well, that's why they brought Loki back because they had already killed him off like 3 times.
But now that like they're literally filming, they have plans and they're filming. How do they respond to that? Like, can they respond to that, or does it ruin shit for them? Do they even have time to rewrite shit? Like,
I'm sure they do, but I don't know if they care about like fans like.
You know what? I think regardless of what they put out, they're going to get numbers and they're going to get viewers and they're going to get praise. And obviously, they're always going to get hate. But I think Marvel at this point, they can put out whatever the fuck they want. DC's a little bit different. DC's hit or miss most of the time, you know what I mean? But like Marvel.
Well, DC's problem is they saw the success of Marvel and they're like, we got to do the same thing. We got to create our own universe.
Dude, they can't keep
well,
up.
That's why Justice League felt so rushed.
Yeah, they can't keep up.
Think about how many movies came out before the first Avengers movie came out. A lot.
Yeah.
You had Hulk, you had Thor, you had Iron Man. I think you had Iron Man 1 and 2 come out before that.
Right.
You had Captain America, First Avenger.
Was Civil War before the first Avengers? No, it was after, huh?
It was after.
It was after the first
Civil
one.
War, the third Captain America movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it the third?
Civil War?
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
it's the third one.
Dude, the new fucking... Did I mention the new fucking
Falcon.
Captain America? New World Order? I'm ready for those NWO shirts, man. Somebody posted
think about that.
Somebody posted a picture of the shield with the... You know when Hulk Hogan had his belt, he spray painted NWO on it? They put that spray paint on the shield, dude. So sick. I hope somebody makes that into a shirt. Or we should fucking capitalize and make a shirt.
Don't steal that. We own that.
I mean, we're stealing it from somebody. I just don't know who.
Pablo, get on that.
Let's pull up one more question, Pablo. Damn, I'm telling you, that fucking Marvel is loaded right now.
You know, it's funny. So I don't own the first Namor comic, but I have Namor #1, which is his most affordable book.
Do you still have it?
Or
was that one of the ones?
No. Well, I went through my collection to see if I have it.
Can I borrow some comics? Like, can you choose? Well, include Namor, but can you
I don't
choose?
have any Namor stuff.
Well, include the one that his
I
first.
let you borrow that. For what? I haven't even read that one. I'll give you my Marvel Unlimited account, bro. You can read whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, I thought you had the actual comics.
I do.
Well, you don't want to let me borrow any?
Dude, I don't even like. You don't open those up, bro. Like,
Well, that's one of your collector ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Dude,
know that.
I bought it for $50. It is now going for $300 online.
You should get it graded. Is it gradable?
It's gradable. I don't know how much. It's in fairly good condition.
Get it graded.
I don't want a slab though,
Why?
because graded comics are so like annoying to like display. Because it got that whole fucking case. I had a couple. They all got stolen.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was your best graded comic that you had, or your favorite?
Probably, which I could probably get it. Like they've hinted at him in the Thor movies, but like I don't think enough for his book to go up. But first appearance of Beta Ray Bill.
I don't know what that is. For those of you that don't know, a graded comic is basically a comic book that you send into who's the main? There's a couple, but there's
CGC.
and they go through the book, they go through the cover, they go through the corners, they go through the
book starts with a 10 rating,
Mhm.
and as things are wrong, they like mark off points.
and
it
obviously
goes
like the mid
down from
tier,
there.
like the best that you see is usually like a 9.1 up to a 9.8. I don't think you ever see a 10.
There's 9.9, I think.
Is there 9.9s?
There's 10s, but those are like books. Like people get like a book, just like they create a new character, and like it just
And then
came
they
out
just
last
send it out,
week.
yeah.
And they send it out. Yeah.
Well, we're talking like legit, like, and once you grade it, it goes from like a $200 or $400 comic into like the thousands. The thing is, they're so backed up. Even with like grading cards, they're so backed up that it takes for fucking ever to get your shit back.
I've actually not with CGC, but like because there's another one like a lower, not as popular a company, and you send it in. I've heard people getting like someone took their comic and gave them a shittier one and send it back.
That's scary, huh? That's fucking scary.
I'm fine without my comics graded, bro.
I'm gonna start reading comics.
I'm not gonna sell that anymore. But if the movie comes out and it like spikes even more, like if it goes like to like $1,000, I might have to sell it.
Well, I might have to buy it. So consult with me before you do that.
We'll see.
Well, speaking on buying comics, I bought my first comic/NFT.
You bought an
did.
NFT.
I did.
Pull it up. Is it Namor?
Nah, it was just
Did you buy it on LimeWire?
yeah. No.
Did I bring up?
Marvel Age Annual.
So it was just a drop that they did. So
Marvel did this
Marvel
drop?
did a drop?
so it's through this website app called Vivi, and they'll just do like they have all kinds of collections, and Marvel, they usually do a lot of Marvel stuff.
But this is all X-Men.
Yeah.
But like they'll do like different cover variants. I unfortunately got like the basic one, but
I mean, it's still
Still cool.
dope. Is this the first X-Men?
It's an annual.
What's annual?
So every year it's the Marvel Age, and this is an annual. So every year they would do like a special.
Oh, okay.
And
So is
this
this
is
the fourth
annual.
one, or
Yeah, it's the fourth one out of all. 4 new 5-page previews of Wolverine, Speedball, Damage Control, and Shadow.
this is dope because fucking Wolverine is he's my favorite X-Men, and he's like right front and center. That's dope. Do we dare ask how much you paid?
Was it expensive?
no, it was like
Yeah, did I talk about it last time about GameStop's fucking?
I think it was like $6 or something.
Oh, what the fuck?
But it's
How many?
it's like on sneakers, where it's like a raffle type thing. So
How many
you
is
either get
there?
it or you don't. Of this cover,
Yeah.
let me check.
But you see, GameStop made an NFT.
No.
They caught some shit.
Why?
Because they literally made an NFT of the Falling Man from 9/11.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
What the fuck? Why? And like GameStop, like that's what they fucking choose to do?
Yeah, dude. Like they futurized it, but literally like somebody put a side by side, and it was literally the Falling Man.
Bruh.
It's crazy, dude. I was like people were like in the comments and shit, and they were like talking about it because it's like I just remembered it, and I was talking about it with my barber, but like because like people were like, dude, that's fucked up, blah blah blah, and like everybody starts like chiming in and telling their fucking 9/11 stories and all that shit or whatever, and they're talking about it how like, well, I mean like all those people like jumped out of the fucking building, so technically you're killing yourself in a sense or whatever, but like everybody that like died from that, from like jumping out of like windows and shit, they never rolled them as suicides because technically it's like they had two options, or like either die from like the fire, the smoke inhalation inside the fucking building, or jump out. Some people actually had a better chance of like, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know.
Nah.
No, all right. So funny story. Well, it's not a funny story. I'm not gonna say any names or whatever, but I did have an ex whose dad used to be a window washer on those buildings in downtown, and he fell off the Wells Fargo building, and he like it's a couple stories up, and his full landed on top of a car, and he lived.
You're talking a couple stories versus like
No, the Wells Fargo building is pretty high. I mean, obviously that one is several
hundreds, right? And where the plane hit was like in the hundreds, I think.
Yeah,
I can't confirm, but you're not surviving that. You hit the ground or a car or whatever you hit, you're splattering, dude. It's fucked.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked. Do you ever watch that
respect.
movie?
Fahrenheit?
No, it's not the conspiracy one. It's an actual movie where
I don't think that's a conspiracy. I think that's
Fahrenheit 9/11.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a big conspiracy movie.
Shows how much fucking research I've done.
No, this one was like, it was about this little boy that his dad died in the World Trade Center.
Pete
Or-
Davidson?
No. I want to watch that one though. No, it's a legit like little kid, and he has a picture of the falling man, and he's always like, he thinks that's his dad, and he's like comparing it like to pictures of his dad and shit.
Is it a documentary?
No, it's a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's just an actual like movie.
Because I've heard that they've actually like found out who the falling man was or whatever, and like his family is like somebody or something.
I don't know. Well, his family's got to be somebody.
That's true. Well, you know what I mean.
But yeah, no, I wish I knew what it was called because it was actually really good. And Tom Hanks might have been the dad in that movie. Obviously,
Sully.
like he dies right away, but
Sully?
no,
Yo,
Sully's Captain Sully.
They made a movie about that, huh? About Captain Sully?
Yeah, so dude, he's the Sully is the boat one, or is that the plane one?
It's a plane, bro. He's the one that landed the.
But there's
plane
two
on-
movies because there's the Sully's the plane one. There's another one where his boat gets robbed.
Yeah, that's the I'm the captain now.
Yeah. What's that one called?
I don't know. Was that Tom Hanks too?
That's Tom Hanks too.
Damn, bro. They get Tom Hanks for all these. Fucking
He's
shit.
good though. He's fucking good in those movies. Like it's
I heard the Elvis movie was pretty
convincing.
good. So
But Sully versus I think it's called Flight. I'm watching Flight.
Flight is not that. Flight is with
Denzel-
one of my favorite actors. Yeah,
Denzel Washington,
Yeah.
one of my favorites too. But same thing, like he lands a plane, but he's drunk as a fucking skunk.
That's also not true.
It's not.
No, it's not
Should
based on
be.
a real story.
It should
it's
be.
It's based on a lot of pilots being alcoholics. That's what it's based off of. But that's crazy. Yeah, when he flies the airplane upside down and shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Pulling up a question?
I don't remember how it ended. I don't want to say where I watched it, but does he end up going to jail at the end? I don't remember. He does, huh? He like turns himself.
He does,
in.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He was gonna get
Well,
off with it. And
The
he
problem
turned
was
himself in.
the day of his trial or the night before his trial, like he was sober. He cleaned up. He was sober, and then I think somebody set him up because they left a door open to the room next door, and there was a mini fridge full of alcohol. Like his room, they cleared out the fridge, so there was no alcohol. And it sounds like it looks like somebody sabotaged him and like left the door open, and then they left the window open, and I think the door was
It was one of those like those hotel rooms that have the
connecting doors, and I think the deadbolt was like the deadbolt was out, but the door wasn't closed, so it kept
It was, like,
banging
closed
on
over.
the edge, and it was making a sound. And he goes to see it, and then he opens it, and he looks at the fridge, and then he goes on a fucking bender. He starts doing just drinking a lot, and then they find him in the bathroom passed out, and John Goodman.
Yeah.
They call him up. He brings out all this fucking coke. He starts giving them fucking lines. He's doing bumps. And now he's all coked out during the trial. And then eventually he just loses it and says, yes, I'm an alcoholic. Like, I was drunk, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes to jail.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Real good movie.
Real good movie.
All right, so let's start with some Reddit stuff. You guys ready for this?
What are we doing?
I'm gonna play some like Reddit stories, and then let's see what you think.
Are
about
you
these.
active on Reddit like that?
No.
No,
No.
me neither. I have it. I have the app. Recently, I started like kind of going on there. But only when I'm looking for something specific.
Yeah, but I just Google it and then type Reddit at the end, and then a bunch of like,
Stuff
if it's
comes
whether it's a review or like some medical stuff, whatever the case is. Yeah, it comes up, and actually very informative.
Yeah.
I like.
I've looked like when Coachella was going on, I was trying to find a ticket. I went on there and there was like a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't thought of that.
And it's like, oh hey, like like I have a ticket. I'm over here in San Diego, or I'm over here, like blah blah blah. Yeah.
I actually got a write up at work from Reddit. I don't know if I've ever shared that story. Yeah.
A write up.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, essentially, I was working with this medic. I was an EMT at the time, and this is like back in the day before it was busy like it is now. Now you don't really have downtime. Like you don't have time to post. Like you just get a call after call. Like it's crazy how fucking busy. Like COVID really fucked us up. And one, it fucked us up with call volume. It fucked us up with just being understaffed because they shut down medic schools for a while and then they shut down, or now a bunch of new medics and EMTs don't want to do the job anymore because it's like too busy. They just don't like it, whatever.
Stop starting podcasts. We need paramedics.
And so around this time, very just chill. Like, dude, I had days where I ran 0 calls. I had days where I ran 1-2 calls in a 12-hour period, and like it was fucking nice.
Like my job, if like nobody comes and talks to me, that means I'm having a good day. Without like you, like if nobody calls.
Essentially, yeah. So this shift was like pretty much every shift on this specific shift. We just had such a good location that we anticipated not doing anything like all day, running a couple calls here and there, but like we anticipated having a chill, quiet
was
day.
it to the point where like if somebody asks you to do your job, you get pissed? You're like, fuck.
Yeah,
because that's how I.
We got a fucking call.
It's like,
even now it's so busy, I still get pissed.
It's like somebody wants me to do my job.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
So I had this partner that was like big into technology, like always up to date with the newest technology. He would be watching.
Mr. I.
No. He'd be watching YouTube videos on like new technology. He always had to be up to date, right?
Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy that was so into it that he hated Apple because Apple was like slow and not as advanced supposedly as all these like Android and all this
It's
other shit.
user friendly and doesn't have like the most up to date.
He likes the widgets. He likes all that stuff. So he had a Switch. He had bought a Switch at the time. Also, it doesn't help that where we posted was right behind a Best Buy and like perfect place for somebody that's into technology, right?
So he's just going all the time.
He would spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a Switch, and we have these things on our. I can talk about it because we already paid the price for it. We have these things in our ambulances called MDT, which is our GPS essentially. It's a GPS for us. Very expensive GPS. And it's like a big kind of...
It's like a black box, but for ambulances.
It's a big monitor, and you go responding on there, very good at directions. Like, you can talk to your dispatcher there, kind of. So what he did was he figured out a way to connect the Switch onto the MDT, which was fucking awesome for us
like a TV.
Because we could play 2 players on the MDT, except it would give you a headache sometimes. Like, it wasn't the best, but it was also fucking amazing. So he was proud. I was proud of him. You know, he posts a picture on Reddit of the setup where you get the switches on the ambulance, you get the ambulance up, like the logo up top, and then you got the screen with the Switch connected. Like it was a sick picture. And it just so happens that the person that was our other half of that ambulance, so the other medic on the other half of that shift, was in the training to be a supervisor essentially. And he saw this thing got upvoted to the front page. Like, that's how much people liked it. Like, it was a cool setup. And he showed somebody, like, or, you know, whatever his story is. Anyways, an actual supervisor saw it. And he's pissed. And we were posted. Luckily that day, he let me borrow the Switch, so I was playing, like, actual handheld while he was watching his videos. And the supervisor was trying to sneak up, maybe trying to find us, like, catch us playing this on the MDT. But like I said, luckily I had it handheld that day. And it's so funny the way it worked out. So he rolls up, sneaking by. It's just so random and perfect timing. This random car also pulls up and says, "Hey, so-and-so, what's up?" Talking to the supervisor, like saying hi to him. I don't know if he's a coworker, used to work, or just knows him personally. And we're both like, the fuck? And then we see the supervisor and this guy talking, and we're like, oh, what the hell? This guy's trying to sneak up. And eventually this guy leaves, and then the supervisor comes up to my partner's window. And my partner, this guy was fucking savage. Like, he would get in shouting matches with these dudes. He'd just been there for so long. He didn't care. Like, he would fucking get in shouting matches, and they're going off. And I'm playing the Switch. I'm like, let me put this down.
It's like, oh, shit's getting spicy.
Anyways, and they just end in a real bad note. He's like, don't fucking do it again. Like, don't do it again. He's telling him, like, we just literally just connected a cable. We haven't missed a call. Like, we can just hit a button and it goes back. Like, we did nothing wrong. He's like, don't fucking touch it again. That's company property. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck. And then we get a call from a different supervisor a couple days later. He's like, hey, you know, this supervisor went on vacation. He's like, hey, I just need to do a quick investigation for him while he's out. He's all, don't call your union rep. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. Bullshit. Sweep it under their carpet. We're good. We're like, all right, cool, whatever. Him and my partner were cool. That supervisor.
Should have called your union rep.
I should have. That supervisor and my partner were cool, so we thought nothing of it. My partner goes first. He's all, dude, you're fine. He has whatever. I won't get into specifics. It went good. Meeting went fine. We're like, cool. It's done. Finished. He's all, just don't do it again. Just leave it at that. He's all, okay, whatever. Well, fucking a week later, we get a phone call from the supervisor. He's all, I'm waiting for you guys at the station. We're driving. Actually, I don't know if he called. I think we just drove up to the station about to end our shift. And he's there just standing I'm giving away too much. He's just standing there.
He's standing there.
He's standing there waiting for us in the parking lot.
Like he didn't just motion. Just blur out the motion.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Whatever. People get it. And then my partner already knows what's up. He's like, well, he's here. Here's our write-up. And, dude, as soon as he sees him holding the seats, I got a write-up for you guys. He goes off. Like, they're fucking going off. He's shouting, I'm not going to fucking sign your papers, blah, blah, blah. And I'm mad because I was told by supervisors nothing was going to happen. I didn't need to call my union rep. Well, by me answering those questions without him, I already waived my rights to the union rep. Now I'm pissed, too.
Because now at that point, it's just he said, she said.
Mm-hmm.
There's no proof. He
tells my partner, you're getting written up for tampering with company property, this and that. He's all, it's right here. You got to sign it. And he tells me, you're not getting a write-up for that because my partner, like, he's all, that was all me. I did that. He just happened to be there. He's all, well, you're getting it's called a ROC, a record of conversation, which is like right before, kind of like a warning. He's all, well, you're getting a warning for not telling me that your partner did this. Or getting a warning for not ratting out my partner. And I have to sign a piece of paper too, which no big deal. It's a fucking warning. But my thing is like, well, I don't think he did anything wrong, so I didn't do anything wrong. I got to defend him. I got to back him up. Like, well, if he's not signing it, I'm not signing it. And he's all, well, you better fucking sign it because you guys are, you can get terminated for this shit. He calls the rep, and the rep's like, dude, calm down. He tells my partner, calm down. Just fucking sign the thing, and then we'll fight it after.
Grievances.
Yeah. He signs it. I'm like, well, if you're signing it, I sign it. And now I'm getting shit because I didn't want to sign or because I'm fighting a warning. Like, who fights a warning? I'm like, well, I'm defending my fucking partner here, man. I'm trying to be a good partner, whatever. And after that whole mess, he's like, a big fuck you. He started bringing, like, or we went to Best Buy. We bought a TV or a monitor, one of the two. And he would bring it every fucking day to work. He would mount it. I won't say this part. He would mount it, and we would play on that. We wouldn't miss a call. We would put it away when we got a call. And like every
we're just mobbing with a big old monitor.
He's out of the company already. He's gone. He's doing better things. He's making more money.
Good for him.
But yeah, dude, he would like
hopefully something with tech. Something he actually wanted to do.
We would go like end our shift at the station. He would put the TV on top of the lockers every morning. He would make sure to carry that big old thing to the unit. People would look at us like we're fucking crazy. Sometimes we would have
I just imagine y'all driving, take a sharp turn.
Well, at random times we would double post. They would have us double posted. That's how fucking not busy we were. We would actually double post. And when we tell our homegirls, like, hey, jump in. So there'd be 4 of us
in one ambulance
playing fucking Mario Party in the ambulance.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Hey, we didn't have stations, so we made it work. If we had a station, we'd be playing in there anyways. But, like, you can't do that shit now. It's too busy. And then, just leave it.
Like you said, you ain't got no time.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that was Reddit.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
You've never been on Reddit.
Let's do this Reddit thing.
Yeah. We thought we had no content today.
That was good. All right. You guys ready for this? This time for real?
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah. I can't hear it.
Hold up. Technical difficulties.
Did you say difficult difficulties?
Technical.
I said technical.
Oh, I heard difficult.
But difficult difficulties.
Difficulties are difficult. You ever been through any difficulties in your life?
Dude, my life is a difficulty.
My life is very technical.
All right, here we go.
I hired an escort for my brother with Down syndrome last month. I don't regret it and he still smiles about it. I'm 30 and my little brother is 24. He's honestly the best brother I could have asked for. I still remember the day he was born and holding my newborn baby brother when I was a kid. As we grew up I always knew he was different, but he's my brother and I love him and I wouldn't change him. He's honestly one of my best friends, and having a brother with Down syndrome, especially one like him, has made me a better person. Last month my parents went out of town for a few days and they asked if I'd stay with my brother and take care of the house. While he might have Down syndrome, he's not entirely helpless, he just can't really be on his own like that. So of course I agreed and brought my PS5 over and some games, snacks and beers. I called out of work for a few days and figured we'd have some fun just like when we were kids. We were having a great time and were talking the first day while taking turns playing Elden Ring, and my bro started the game and got to the part where the guy calls you maidenless, and I said something like, "Ooh, he called you maidenless, bro. Damn." And my brother got super sad looking and I asked him what was wrong and he said, "I am maidenless. I'll never have a girlfriend." So we talked about that for a bit and he was actually feeling super depressed because he's never had a girlfriend and didn't think he ever would. We kind of talked it out and he was really sad and I decided fuck it, we can find him a girl. I called a couple people I knew who were into that sort of thing to see if they knew anyone. Well, one of my buddies had a number of this girl, so I gave her a call. She was actually super sweet and understanding about the situation and she said she'd be glad to show my brother a good time for her usual rate. She had a cousin with Down, so she was very sympathetic. I told my brother I'd pay a girl to come over and show him some fun on the condition that our parents will die without knowing I hired a prostitute to come to their house. He agreed, so I made plans for her to come over, got my brother shaved and showered for his date. She showed up dressed up super nice, she was also super hot. I'm no chef, but I picked up some food from Olive Garden for them. She was a genuinely nice person and was really good. I just left them to do their thing while I played the PlayStation in the living room. Eventually they passed by going upstairs to his room. I put my headphones on and kept playing. Eventually they came back down and both had big smiles on their faces. She hung out with us a bit, then it was time for her to go. I handed her the cash plus some extra as a bonus. She said my brother was a sweetheart and that I was a good brother to do something like that for him and that she had a good time. She handed me half the cash back. Eventually my parents came back and thankfully are none the wiser, as my mother especially would probably kill me. My brother is super appreciative and said it was the most fun he'd ever had. I have no regrets. I hired an escort for my brother with Down syndrome last month.
Alright, well.
Jeez, man.
That's, I don't know. That's a good brother.
Pablo,
I think that's dope.
Pablo, Nestor doesn't have Down syndrome. But he's never got laid. You're hiring a prostitute for him.
That's different though.
Why?
Because it's like,
What if he just had no game? And he was like, "I'm sad, Pablo."
you gotta get yourself some game, bro.
You would teach him game before you get him a prostitute?
Yeah.
All right. Now, honestly, originally when I heard this, I was like, it's getting a little problematic. But honestly, like, it's a nice story.
I think it's a great fucking bonding experience for both of them. Hey man, I'm sure it was difficult, or it is difficult, for somebody with Down syndrome too.
Well, like you said, he was very high functioning.
He's
on the spectrum, but like he's
got enough sense to understand. I'm trying to find the right words to say, but understand like sex and be mature about it. He just wanted.
It was actually, from what I've understood about it, it was his older brother.
Younger brother. He's 30. His brother was 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's that part.
But maybe the Down syndrome either doesn't give him the confidence, or it probably is obvious enough to where somebody wouldn't feel right hooking up with somebody with Down syndrome for whatever reason or case. I thought it was a cool story. I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong. Sex work, it is illegal.
Whoa, it depends on the state.
Yeah,
does it?
Not everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, parts of Nevada.
Oh, that's right, huh? Because they have those, what are they?
Bunny ranch.
Bunny ranches, yeah.
And there's another one called like the chicken coop or something. There's a sci-fi one from what I heard.
You sound a little too familiar with these.
I know. Actually, I got a funny story that I just recently heard. Not really a story, but one of my friends told me that his cousin I think he's on the spectrum enough to where like his cousin doesn't think he has like Down syndrome or anything like that, but he does, like everyone knows he does. And he had this girlfriend that was in a wheelchair, and just recently this fucking bitch cheated on him, dude. Like this shit gets it gets real. They live normal lives like us. You know, they go through heartbreaks and they fucking get cheated on too. And I just thought it was interesting that she's in a wheelchair and she still got some and fucking left this guy in the dust.
That's different, dude. Guys will do anything. They don't care if you're in a wheelchair, if you fucking you're paraplegic.
But here's the problem: you instantly blame the guy that she hooked up with. Blame her.
I'm not blaming anybody. But what I'm saying is, like, it's much easier for a girl to cheat than a guy. That's obvious. Like, and that's not even like guys are more often the ones that are going to cheat. But can't lie. That's way easier for a girl to cheat.
I don't know. I mean, it goes back to the whole dating app thing. That like girls can literally swipe right for
guys are.
They'll swipe right for like 10 people, and they're probably gonna hit on each one. If we're being honest. Yeah, because
where you see those things like those videos on TikTok where it's a dude. I saw one the other day that some dude was at the Dodger Stadium. He was just like,
eventually he's gonna hit where like a girl like literally they have options. They can swipe left and they'll be okay.
I'm pretty sure most girls can like send a text message like, "Hey, like, are you still up?" And someone's gonna respond back. Where guys like, "Are you still up?" And it's just like, "Yeah."
Left on red.
Left on red. 100%, bro. 100%.
Honestly, that was a very nice story.
That was endearing.
Yeah.
I wish I had a little brother. I wish I had a little brother I could get a prostitute for. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're wild. So, do we want to get into hypotheticals or do we want to get into something disturbing?
Disturbing.
You want to go straight disturbing?
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
All right, here we go. Here's another Reddit.
This is one we haven't heard, right?
No.
Well, I hope not. But here it goes.
Oh yeah, I posted this one.
Oh my god.
I'm nervous. I don't know.
Here we go.
It's a fact that sounds comforting but is actually highly disturbing. The most peaceful way to die is in your sleep, but you'll go to sleep not knowing you'll never see anything ever again. You never truly know what anyone really thinks about you. One day you'll never feel pain again. There will be a point in time where humans go extinct. We won't experience it, but imagine our future generations will see the end of the world. You did your best. The average age of empires is 250 years. You might be just like your parents when you have kids.
That's not disturbing. That's sad.
It's kind of disturbing though. I mean, to me, maybe the first
Should we go
one.
hypothetical?
That bums me. That bums me the fuck out. That literally bummed me out right now.
All right, sorry. Let's switch it to the.
No, let's talk about it. That bummed me out, dude. You're calling us. You're a downer.
Hey, I asked you guys.
I thought it was gonna be like fucked up in like
my man's for the last 2-3 episodes has been going through it, and you're gonna hit him with this shit.
Hey, he chose it.
That's what I subconsciously I knew.
You chose this life.
You did.
I knew.
Fuck, dude.
That's like what I was saying a couple episodes ago, where it's just like, damn, like every day, like I think about like, damn, I'm just like working the rest of my life just to fucking pay bills. Like that's basically what that is. Like your life is gonna end.
The first one got me. You're gonna die not knowing that was your last time like going to sleep.
If you die in your sleep.
Well, you know that's why like Steph and I do. We never and ever go to sleep mad or like fighting because
he hasn't slept for a whole week.
I'm just like some up unclear for him, boys. I'm on so much coke right now. I'm not really. No, I'm really not. I'm really not.
This fool is high off the valerian root.
I have thought about that a lot too. Like, yeah, I try not to go to sleep like mad at anyone or fighting with anyone. Sometimes you can't help it. It just happens.
have enough energy to be fucking mad. I've been talking about this lately.
What do you mean? I feel like you're mad at everybody.
Yeah, I feel like you're always mad.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm never mad. What do you
like? There's resting bitch face and there's like resting bitch personality. I feel like sometimes you got that.
Really?
Personality.
How so?
I don't know. Just like
explanation.
Like you hate on everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's just because I'm a hater. That don't mean I'm mad.
Well,
the haters are always mad though.
Thanks for clearing that up. Now I know you're not mad.
I'm not mad. I just like to hate. Fucking the offspring, bro. Cool to hate.
It ain't that cool.
I just got, like, what's the thing? I don't know. I got something.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just nitpicky. That's what it is. I'm just nitpicky on things. Like, I like this, but I don't like that.
I wish there really was a chill pill that I can just give you and you chill.
Chill pill? I'm chill.
You're not chill.
I'm very chill.
No, look at this.
Take the chill pill.
I'm
This
wearing,
is chill.
Look, you can't get more chill than this, bro.
Nah, see.
Look how tight your neck,
Yo,
your
yo.
collar on your neck.
Wait.
Yo, my man's is sweating. He ain't chill.
You
That's
sweat.
bad, chill.
You planned that. You probably you think about that outfit all day. Me, I just threw this shit on because I'm chilling.
That's true. But you're also at home.
But I'm at
Hey,
work right now.
Hey, mi casa es tu casa.
You chill, dude. I'm chill.
Y'all ganging up on me again.
That's what you think. You just hating.
Yeah, you just hating, bro.
Man, fuck you guys.
Just chill out.
Just chill, dude. Trust. Once you chill, you'll be all right. What's next, Pablo? You got another one of these?
yeah. Hopefully this one's not such a downer.
This is a hypothetical one.
All right, here we go.
What's the best example of women not understanding a man's body that you've ever heard? I next thought that when we sit on the toilet the sword just casually rests on the toilet seat enjoying the view. In high school I knew a girl who thought baby making liquid came out the whole time a guy had tickle fights. Not
What?
pre-cum but like a steady faucet. I once worked with a girl who believed all the sperm that made daughters lived in one nut and all the sperm that made sons lived in the other nut, and that since my brother-in-law lost a nut he could only have all boy children or all girl children
That's funny.
depending on which nut he lost. When I looked to my other co-worker for support she shrugged and she wasn't sure. Look it up. I had to enlighten a female co-worker once after she made a comment about guys not being able to pee unless we are hard. She was 35 at the time. My girl wanted to watch me pee just to entertain herself. Apparently it's her first time to see a man take a piss. When I was done I shaked it. Her eyes went wide and her jaw dropped. She asked, "Why are you doing that? Isn't that painful?" I laughed and did it again.
Painful?
She screamed, "Stop." First girlfriend I ever had blew my tickle weapon like a birthday candle. What?
There it is.
Okay, that was more disturbing than the first
yeah,
one.
you should have played that one. That's not even hypothetical.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Oh, this one wasn't a hypothetical. It was just
You gave us a hypothetical option.
yeah, that was the first one.
What was
Well,
this
we
one?
said fucked up.
Yeah, you said you disturbing
You
or hypothetical.
You mixed them up.
Maybe.
So the first one bugged me a lot because I've seen it on Twitter before where girls like, "Oh, I just found out that when dudes like are doing a number 2, or taking a dump, that they let their dick just hang in there or whatever." And they're like, "Oh, like you let your dick hang in the toilet where you're taking a shit." Like if their fucking vaginas are like 2 inches away from their asshole, bro. like what the fuck you mean?
It's what are you supposed to do in that situation?
Well, from this Reddit post, the girl thought that you just let your dick rest on the seat. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like how we all just error message. We're like, but that in itself is gross too, because what if you're using a public
Exactly,
toilet? You're letting your fucking dick.
No,
Makes
well,
no
first of all,
fucking
I'm
sense.
going fucking 10 fucking
Do you
toilet
do
seat
the,
covers.
all right, let's talk about this because this is an important subject. You do one forward, one backwards, one sideways, one forward and backwards. Do you have a method?
Realistically,
Fucking Lewis is over here braiding toilet seats.
realistically, what I do, because I'm always, when I gotta poo, I go one forwards, one backwards, one forwards. I triple up.
I do quadruple.
You do 4?
No, I waste a lot of paper because I do 2 inside the toilet to catch the splashback.
What?
Yeah, and then I do one forward, one backwards, one forward.
Actually,
one
I get
sideways.
TP first. I wipe the seat
Yeah, I do that too.
a couple times. Then I do forwards, backwards, forwards.
Well, I'll do the cover. I'll wipe it with the cover and then throw it in there. And if I have another cover, throw it in there. I waste a lot of paper, bro.
I do too.
But hey, bro, you gotta be safe.
Yep.
Monkeypox is out there.
Exactly, man.
You never know, dude. People who raw ass fucking public toilet seats
that's
are
so fucking
insane.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. You got no respect for your own fucking well being.
No.
Well, that's why we got monkeypox in this world.
Straight up, bro.
It's people with raw ass.
The fact that we're using raw ass is funny.
Raw ass,
I've
bro.
never heard that term before. But yeah, raw.
First
Don't
time
raw
for
ass.
everything.
Do
Don't
not
raw
raw ass.
Nah, don't do that.
And if there's no toilet seat covers, you fucking just get a bunch of toilet paper and start laying that bitch down. You make layers.
Oh yeah. You gotta.
It's to the point where if you're not 1 inch off the toilet with all the toilet paper, you ain't doing it right.
Dude, I take old phone books and I cut out a hole in the middle.
You just start bringing your own toilet seat home.
I mean, what else are they
Take it
gonna
off. Fuck it, bro. Or just bring a toilet seat and place it on top. And just sit on it. Fuck it.
Don't raw ass. Just don't raw ass.
You
Yeah.
can't be too safe when it comes to public toilets.
No, never.
Or if you're really desperate, you hover.
And let's tell the women that listen to this shit, like, men's restrooms, like, the shit you hear is true. They're disgusting.
But girls are disgusting too, bro.
But I always hear the restrooms are nice and clean.
I've heard both.
I've heard both. I've heard girls are fucking disgusting. Also, I've gone to the restrooms at work, which are co-ed, and sometimes you just see, like, blood.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I'm not shaming them, but, like, when it looks like a murder scene on the top of the like at least bury it or something, or like I don't like that. To me, that's equivalent if a dude wiped their ass and left the shitty toilet paper on the top. That to me, that's equivalent. I'm not shaming anybody. It's just like, hey, do your shit. And
I'd rather see blood than smeared smeared cover seats.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Don't bare ass.
Don't bare
All right,
ass.
on that, let's get another question going.
All right.
Oh shit. Let's get another question going.
Is masculinity
If masculinity is dying or making a
Who's this
comeback?
Strong dumb.
Dom?
Who's that? Do I know him?
No, making a comeback. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think masculinity is dying. I think
not.
toxic masculinity is
Yes.
dying.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Get rid of toxic masculinity. I can't say
Yeah,
the word. Say it for me.
toxic
Get rid of
masculinity.
toxic.
Masculinity.
Thanks.
I don't feel like you're toxic masculine that you have. I don't feel like I have it.
No, I think the fact that we're like in relationships too, kind of gives you a respect for women. I mean, I talk to my girl with a lot of respect, and she checks me if I don't, or if I like just talk bad about or misogynistic talk bad about women, whatever. She'll check me, and I feel like just there's no need for it. Like I hear it all the time, and it's like, yo, that's kind of rude, or like, you know, you just treat women like shit, or even you treat dudes that are smaller than you, or that you think are nerds, this and that. Like, it goes back to the whole like jock versus fucking whatever.
Well, to me, it comes down to like it's like oh dude, like, well, there's all the women stuff, but like when it comes to like dudes, it's like, oh, like dudes can't be sensitive or whatever. Like, I'm a fucking crybaby, bro. Dude,
Yeah,
like,
no, dudes could be sensitive. Actually, Patty the Batty, he's a UFC fighter. Just recently on Saturday, he had a fight, and he won. And then he had an interview, and he was the Octagon interview, and he was saying like his friend had just committed suicide. He had like armband with his friend's name and date and all that. And he's all, I'd rather have like he was saying like we got to get rid of men not talking about things and feeling like they can't talk about it because they have to be men. He's all, I'd rather have my friend cry on my shoulder than me like have to talk about him or cry at his funeral type of thing. I'm like, that respect.
Like, I'd rather have him back, like, and alive than him being dead. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather hear him out.
But his point was like, men are scared to show emotion type of thing, and they shouldn't be.
All right, for this next segment, I'm gonna cry on the pod.
All right, go.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Let
I
it
can't, I
out.
can't cry on command.
Laid it out, bro.
I do have a question for you guys though.
What's up?
Okay, so like Amish people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it hasn't been like they've been around for years and years or whatever.
Of course.
But I never really thought about it. Okay, so like them not using technology and all that stuff, is that religion based?
It's definitely their culture. I'm not too familiar with their religion.
Well, where's the belief that like, because obviously like they're not technology deniers because technology exists. So what's their reasoning behind it?
I don't know. Maybe they're anti like. I don't know. I don't know. I truly.
You never thought about
I've
it
never
either,
thought
right?
about it,
Neither
no.
have I.
Yeah.
Like, we've all just known that Amish people don't use electricity, but for what? Like, what's the end goal?
I mean, they don't do a lot of things. Maybe they just don't want to be part. They want to be off the grid. They don't want to be part of the world that we live in. I mean, they don't drink. I mean, they're big on their own religion. Like, even vehicles, they use fucking horses.
Horse-drawn carriages, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them build like furniture. Like, that's how they make their money.
They got their
But see,
own crops.
Okay, so but that also doesn't make no sense because who are they selling their furniture to? People who use technology. So they're not completely against it. Like, obviously they have to make a living and all that shit.
Right.
But if they're growing, like if they're farmers and they're growing their own food, like who do they have to pay?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they still got to buy some stuff. You know what I mean? But
they sew their own clothes. Like they use buttons. Like they're not allowed to use zippers.
we should look up like.
All right, so this is what I pulled up, bro.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, he's
So-
on it.
Inform us, bro.
He's on it.
So just a quick search says the Amish population is okay with using electricity, but they reject the grid that brings into most American homes. That's because they want to maintain a separation from the wider world. The Amish believe this life on Earth is part of their journey to heaven.
So it's religion, and they want to stay off the grid. See, we know
The,
what we're
the
talking
off,
about.
The off the grid is new. I don't feel like that was like that thing until now. But like, yeah, so it's religious based. So they think we're all going to fucking hell because we're on Instagram.
Well, I mean, look at when somebody breaks the Amish code and they decide not to be Amish anymore.
Rumspringa.
It's always they party, and it makes sense why they think out of us.
They give them a year.
And they can go back or not. But what do they end up doing? They end up fucking partying. They're drinking. Some are doing drugs for the first time. They're having sex.
But speaking as somebody who like grew up in church, like that, because that's what they tell you not to do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you want to do it, especially for them. Like with you were still exposed to this stuff, right? Obviously, it's easier for you to do it, but you were exposed to this stuff. So it's like, or maybe it wasn't like
Exposed to what?
to anything, to sex, TV, music, all that shit.
What's TV?
Shut the fuck up. The biggest movie buff here, or the biggest movie buff that I know. And with them, it's like they're not exposed to it, so they try to cram a lot in at once, and
Marvel overload.
exactly.
Dude, hey, imagine you're an Amish person and you're on Rumspringa. You fucking partying or you're catching up on the MCU?
Dude, low key, if I was Amish, dude, I'd probably party. Yeah. I'd be so coked up, my heart would explode.
Yo, hear me out. Hear me out. Marvel party.
Bro, have you seen Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Remember how that party scene where they're all trying to lift the hammer?
Mm-hmm.
They're all coked out, bro.
Yeah, they are coked out. And they're on steroids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really understood the whole Amish thing. Whatever, I respect it. It's their thing. It's their
I'm not
their
hating on
beliefs.
it,
Their
but
culture.
I just never really thought about it. I'm like, why are they so against like electricity?
Yeah. Well, apparently they're not. They just don't want to be on our grid.
I don't know, bro. I feel like it's like any religion where like as time goes on, they're like, oh, a little wiggle room.
I was gonna say, you think lowly they progress into our stuff?
It's probably cheaper to just pay your electric bill than to fucking be like buying candles all the fucking time, bro.
Or do they make their own candles? How do you make wax?
They probably make their own candles. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Probably honeycomb, beeswax,
Animal fat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure
animal fat. Yeah,
we should try it. No, we should.
making our own candles. We should try being Amish for
I'll
a
say
week.
we should try the Amish code for a week, but I
Out
can't.
of all of us, the one that looks the most Amish is Porky.
Does he?
He does. You can't imagine like one of those hats on him and that fool just wearing like button shirts.
I see it. I see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He looks the most Amish. Just walking around barefoot. Actually, you know what? The first time I've only been to Guatemala once, but there was Amish people on the plane.
They're going to Guatemala?
Yeah. I think a lot of them like go out of the country just because it's easier to live that lifestyle.
Oh. Can someone go Amish, or you have to be born? Do you have to be born Amish?
I could assume you could go Amish, right?
I don't know. Are you a fake Amish? Are you
Hey,
hated? I wonder if
hey.
you're hated in that community.
Stay off IG for a week. I'm fucking Amish, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I'm Amish now, bro.
I always thought it was funny when someone would like announce, "Hey, I'm going off of social media for blah blah blah."
Start a new band, bro.
And then a week later, they're back on social media.
Let's start a new band, Amish Hardcore.
Amish core.
Amish Core. Which get you like some like buckets and shit.
You seen those bucket players in Hollywood? They
Yeah,
get
hell
down,
yeah,
dude.
bro.
They
Yeah,
fucking-
but what if you can't use a bucket? Maybe you have to use like animal skulls or something.
oh, that'll be sick, dude. Animal skull kit.
That's how they
Eh.
made drums originally. Like the Indian, like the Native Americans, they would take animal hides and stretch them over like
Makes
the
sense,
wooden,
yeah.
wooden thing.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we can make a drum kit real quick. I'll play an acoustic guitar.
Let's do it. Fucking Amish core, dude.
Instead of a mic, we'll just have we'll make a megaphone out of like wood.
You know damn well you ain't making none of this shit.
I don't even know how to play guitar, bro.
Last question.
Last question.
Last question.
All right.
For the shirt kings. What's a shirt king?
That's me, bro. So this is for the shirt kings. Anyone under 5'9" has being short made it harder to find a girlfriend.
No,
He's tall, huh? He's taller than me.
he's not taller than you.
Enrique?
Yeah,
I felt like he was taller
I
than
don't think he is. Might be the same height, but I mean, I don't think being short was ever a problem with finding a girlfriend. It was just confidence, and maybe being short can take away some of the confidence or give you more confidence. But that probably wasn't the department that didn't give me confidence. It was just everything.
Small wiener.
You have to say that. That was a secret between us, and you just broke our trust.
I'm sorry.
You broke it.
Fake homie.
Just a hater. Hate everybody.
I mean, you're shorter than me.
That was I think it goes back to what you're saying. Like, it's just a confidence thing and a whatever you're self-conscious about. And for me, it was never my height, so I don't think it was the fact that it was short that made it hard to find a girlfriend or anything like that. So get some game, bruh.
I mean, I started dating Steph at 23, almost 6 years. So, like,
You've been out of the game for a while.
yeah, exactly. Never a problem for me.
I don't know. I'm 5'10", so this question don't go out to me.
Yeah.
My bad.
Well, he made it specific. He put 5'9".
Stop hating, dude.
2 separate measurements. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyways, it's been real.
Clearframespod.com, but most importantly, get our YouTube to 100 subscribers, please. If you're listening right now on YouTube and you're not subscribed, just hit the subscribe, and while you're at it,
How
hit that
hard
like
is it?
button.
Like and subscribe.
Comment what you want us to talk about next.
you afraid?
What do you want to hear next?
Want to go to church? You want to become Amish?
And then we're also on Instagram. Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok. You can find all our links on clearframespod.com, or you can just go to the description on this video right now and find all our links, and you can hear the dogs barking in the background too.
I hear that.
But yeah, man, just subscribe, follow, like, everything, please. It really helps us out a lot. We're trying to blow up, man. We're trying to get there and share this with a friend. Just one friend. We can just get one person to share it with one friend.
If every single one of you shares it with one friend,
That'd be great.
yeah,
Lewis will do. He'll stop hating.
I'll stop.
If we get 200 subscribers, Lewis is gonna stop hating.
I'll start loving.
He's gonna be a lover.
I love everybody.
Certified lover boy. All right, peace.
I hate Drake, bro. Nah, just kidding. Later.